advance.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering purpose and belonging well earned. Fighting and winning for our
See my stream?
and its people. But Marines are never really
Both.
finished serving.
Both.
Their commitment is visible in communities across
I'm
our
streaming at the same time to Twitch and YouTube.
Semper Fidelis. Always faithful. Always Marine.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again for our U.S. Marine Corps combinations, where we honor the best players throughout the weekend here in Fort Worth for their top performances. And to help me do that, we have our Big Team Battle Bonanza 3 champion, Golden Boy, here on the stage to present the awards. All right, now everybody, help me give a warm welcome to our finalists as they come to the stage right now. Give it up for Formal.
A comment I didn't see yet. Nah.
Legend.
Commented on
And Lunchbox.
much faster.
Now for Main Slayer, give it up for Formal, as this weekend he was #1 in damage difference. Also the best KD at a 1.25. Give it up for him. Next, best support, it's Ryan Noob, as he has had #1 assists per minute overall, #1 assists per
You read the
minute
title?
overall,
Recovery after
and
yesterday's
champion
disaster.
credit throughout
Yesterday
the
was a
weekend.
fucking disaster for me as far as Halos goes.
For best objective, he's been averaging 89 seconds of ball time per game, and he is also #1 in heal time on average. And last but not least, it's Coach Lunchbox. His team was 6-5 in pools, but in champ bracket, they
Papito.
went to 9-2 in that map record to get them to the winners finals. All right, Fort Worth, one more time. Give it up for your finalists on the stage.
A huge as they receive their event invitations. Absolutely incredible players up there, you can't deny it. And of course, into Championship Sunday, that is where the best players excel. And Clutch, every single one of those individuals on the main stage has been putting the work in for their team to get to this point in time. How proud do you want to be with your teammates standing up there, receiving an award just before you've got to play one of the biggest weekends of your life?
Yeah, acknowledgement's great for all those guys out there. They're having a phenomenal start to their tournament, but that Championship Sunday is still in front of them, so a lot to be determined. It's great that you're playing phenomenal. Can we get to Sunday, and can we start, or can we keep up this momentum that we've built is the big question I'm asking my teammates.
That is the big question, but we do have one hell of a matchup coming your way.
One hell of a match.
Space Station Gaming versus Quadrant. This is an elimination matchup. Pretty crazy to say that I think between both of these teams will be sending one home and one will push forward to try and get into that grand final position.
The grand finals are going to be crazy.
For me, they are the kings of consistency.
That's going to be fire.
What they've managed to do, they are the first team in the HCS to receive 100 map wins this season.
No, I'm just waiting for my shit to load, but I'm showing that while I'm still waiting.
They just beat Outface who are 98 and 40. They're the 73.
Like, my game is still searching.
Win percentage.
Now it's finally loading.
They're currently 16 and 7 in Fort Worth. How much do you think this consistency pays off against a team like Quadrant, Clutch, and especially going into such a pressurizing situation?
Yeah, that's the big question for me, is how is these two playstyles going to clash? Because this is a matchup we have not seen yet, and I've always wondered how Quadrant and SSG, although we compare them so often as far as playing similar playstyles, how they're going to actually compete against each other. I think the consistency of the individuals over on SSG are going to give you a nice floor as far as what to expect in this series. I'm looking at Quadrant to see if they can elevate their gameplay and bring their A game to this series to really make some fireworks happen up there.
Tony, in terms of SSG, they are looking pretty damn good right now on King of the Hill. That is going to be our first map of the series is on Recharge. They're sitting at a 5-1 in the mode this weekend at Fort Worth, and they rank second in the HCS. That's going to be pretty damn scary for Quadrant. What do you want to see out of Space Station?
King of the Hill.
Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Love it.
Hill incoming.
If they want that hill, they'll have to go through us. Well, you. Mostly you.
Hill ready. Hill controlled. Enemy team took the hill.
Try to duck behind that wall.
Hill controlled. Hill controlled.
Stay mobile.
Enemy team took the hill. About to score.
Enemy is below us. Tango's closing in.
Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready.
Quantum translocator incoming.
Enemy team took the hill.
Oh, lucky.
Hill control. Team took the hill. Hill controlled.
That's 7 sniper inbound.
Enemy team took the hill.
That's 7 sniper available.
Enemy about to score. Hill control. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill control.
He's coming around. He was just on the hill.
Shields pop. Translocator inbound. Oh, thank God. Long-range weapon.
Hill control. Enemy team took the hill. Triple kill.
Triple kill. Damn. Wish you guys were alive. Fuck.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score. Hill control. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Hill control.
Power items inbound.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team nearing victory.
Another one down.
Defeat.
Alright, so that start didn't go off too well. We didn't start off too well. We'll keep it going.
Everyone has found a weakness, and it's whether Quadrant can find that weakness in Space Station. We've seen them lose already. Maybe this series layout can help them. I'm looking at it, and it does lean towards SSG, but there are moments there. There are game types there that I do think Quadrant have to take advantage of.
Everyone's record has a blemish. Space Station up against Quadrant for the first time this season. So often they've been compared to one another. And is this the time for Quadrant to put them to the sword and progress? Or will Space Station swat them aside? King of the Hill on recharge up first. Shields up, weapons hot. We're underway.
Space Station have been immaculate when it comes to Game 1 so far this tournament. They are one of the best teams, and at King of the Hill, they are probably the second best team we have at this tournament in the league when it comes to this game type in general. So Quadrant, they need to match the pace of Space Station, and it's something the desk have been asking. What happens when we see these two teams go against each other? Is the pace just going to clash in a way that slows things down, or is it going to be absolute mayhem of people throwing themselves in the hill? Is everyone going to be dashing off spawn? It's going to be a great...
Capture the flag.
Alright, we're here. Behind you, behind you, behind you. Oh no.
Perfect. Double kill.
An ally took their flag. I never stopped believing, Spartan.
Shields are down. Great kill.
They have our flag. Not good. The enemy carrier has been
Killing spree.
They spotted us, Spartan.
Oh no, guys. And they're taking ours. Behind you, Trent.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. Power items have arrived.
Enemy captured your flag.
Fuck, I dropped the ball. Oh, got me in the face.
We've lost a teammate.
Perfect.
Taking cover.
Power weapons incoming. Let's run for our lives back to base. It's fine.
Enemy flag returned.
Enemy Spartans are closing in. Shields are down.
Flag returned.
Lost their field. Enemy Spartans. You've lost a teammate.
Power weapons inbound. Power weapons available.
Return.
In my sights.
Five minutes remaining. Flag returned.
Tango's closing.
Power weapons inbound. Flag.
Flag returned.
They have our flag. Not good. I see him. The enemy carrier.
Flag returned.
Spotted a Spartan.
Enemy Spartans closing in.
Enemy flag returned.
Sniper.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. I see him! The enemy carrier! Power weapons inbound. Power weapons on the field. Our team took the enemy flag. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Triple kill. Enemy flag.
Triple kill clutch.
Just wait until I tell the other AIs about this.
Flag return.
You're exposed, Spartan.
Good grab.
One minute remaining.
Triple kill for the clutch.
Flag captured. Seconds remaining.
Ah, thank heavens. Long-range weapon. Power items incoming.
Overtime. 5 minutes remaining.
Any idea why the UNSC programmed me to fear death? Yeah, me either. Carrier!
Enemy captured your flag. Defeat.
For any stupid no-scopes. Instead, now he can get into a position where he can put that sniper to good use. Penguin's there to help him. Now Stella from Hotel is going to have a nice angle from Blue spawns, but Chick spots him out early. And even Bound might not be able to rescue it, which he cannot.
Sniper down in Hotel. Legend, swords up driveway. Had it in 5th gear. Not looking to slow down. We promised you fast-paced gameplay, and that's exactly what you get, particularly if these two teams collide.
It's very interesting watching Quadrant in particular, who off spawn are always looking to take a gun engagement, always looking to try and help a teammate as Legend from Top Gold shuts down Penguin. They have a 3-kill lead here. Ideally, if you can get a setup over towards kind of yard and posters and force the opposition into blue, then you're going to be in the better spot. Because it's very difficult to escape from blue, even if you're trying to dive out the windows, but what a push that is from Space Station. A nice collapse from yard and blue.
Stellar has got his grubby hands on that sniper rifle once more. That's going to be misery for Quadrant Europe as a whole. Station, bottom middle now on Prius. Couple of shots get rattled off, one to the body, Bounds there to capitalise on the damage. 2 down for Quadrant. As quick as they had a 3-kill lead, they're down by 3 now. Make it 4.
Takes down a few players over towards Hotel. More Wi-Fi there than the Omni, and now 12-8 in favor of Space Station, and they are looking to get aggressive. Again, this is what we expect from Space Station. As soon as they see one player slightly out of position, it's flood, it's get in their face, it's get that first kill, because then you have the player advantage, and you continue that push.
Tyler on driveway then. Face with Seeka. Chick's there to support. It's Space Station trade out 1 for 2. Make it 1 for 3. They'll do that all the live long day. 4 kill advantage. Down 5. Spawns behind them on loop. Bound gave it up and freed it for Quadrant to spawn there now. They're keeping this one frantic, as so often Solitude can be.
I think even though often Space Station and Quadrant, their gameplay is compared, and perhaps Quadrant learnt a lot watching from SSG, I think the execution is a little bit more in favor of this SSG roster. I mean, they are champions, of course, so many grand finals, those pressure moments, SSG will never let you down. Whereas Quadrant can sometimes be a little bit guilty of feeling that pressure a little bit more, allowing it to get into their heads. And you have to feel as the longer this series, or sorry, the start of this series, there is always going to be that little bit of extra nerves on the Quadrant side. And I think Wes was completely right, clutch on the desk, saying the longer this series goes on, the more confidence Quadrant will gain. So Space Station need to be winning this Slayer. They have struggled in Slayer so far this tournament. If you can get game 2 under your belt and be 2-0 up, then you're going to be in a fantastic spot to take this series.
These two teams play heavy metal Halo. Bound up the lift. Nothing doing with the body or the head of the shot. Or into a wall it goes. Still within 4. Quadrant still trying to apply pressure and doing so successfully. Bound forced all the way down to S1. Isn't able to get a trade. That's important, as now they have somewhat of control of Snipe. Blue spawns appear to be closed for now. As I say that though, SSG will spawn over towards blue. The map is split almost completely in 2.
So L-Town is earning his money as the observer backstage, because this has been frantic between these two teams. As Chick gets yet another body shot, list the call-outs to clean up Bound, and suddenly just like that, it's 26-25. What did I say? As we get to 30, it's going to be very similar between these two teams. But who's going to be that one squad who actually gets a setup? Because at the moment, neither team has had a setup. It's been back and forth, it's been off spawn, trying to help teammates. No one's really been able to take any sort of control so far.
This could be an opportunity to do just that. 3 dead for Quadrant. Blue will be the spawn point. Penguin has just garnered that information. So where do Quadrant go from here? Do they turtle up, or do they make a coordinated push? Bound trying to force the issue. Clambering up into the window. Face to face with one. Legend trying to just scamper away and get another big amount of damage on the Penguin. Chick's there to land a haymaker. 2 dead. 1 kill game.
Space Station have to be careful of that. That's exactly what Quadrant want. When they are pinned back into blue, they almost are encouraging Space Station to try a push, and then they're there waiting to just pounce on them. A little ambush comes from the French players there. And at 31-29, they can now escape that spawn. They can now start to think about trying to work sniper side instead. And maybe Space Station can learn something. If Space Station do get trapped into blue, perhaps they will try and do something very similar.
At the moment, Quadrant employing guerrilla warfare tactics. Get a kill, get out. Smash and grab. Take what you can get. They're reaping the rewards as it stands. They now take the lead by just 1. Could be 2 and is. Elsewhere though. Spawn should be towards blue and are bound. Will spawn up. Seeka will put a little bit of damage into him, but not enough. Nothing significant. Penguin will stick his head in the door, get that kill and get out of dodge.
Every time, Penguin, you can just trust in him. He's been solid all tournament long, and also very much in this series so far in his 1v1 engagements. He's always confident to push in alone. It's because he knows, even if he were to die, there is going to be a member from Space Station there to clean it up. But this is what you want. Snipe control. Chick now with the chance. We've seen what he can do on the main stage with this weapon in his hands. Let's see if he can pop off.
Chick lands one to the body. Bound's S1. A little bit isolated from the rest of his team. That could be by design. Penguin will back down to LR. Seeka's just happy to sit around loop, wait for damage. Body shot will come and Seeka immediately springs into action and gets that kill. Bound falls on Soda. Stellar rotates decision to try and control Snipe. Unfortunately, he's going to be face to face with a couple of members of Quadrant very shortly. As a matter of fact, Legend's giving it up. SSG holds Snipe and Cafe. The rest of the map appears to be Quadrant's.
Really has been a fascinating watch between these two teams because they're both trying to employ such similar strategies. There is a slight worry for Quadrant getting stuck over towards Yard at the moment, but Space Station are still trying to push the damage that they're outputting, and then Quadrant almost setting traps for them, waiting, banking nades, and then utilizing the nade damage to get the final kill. As SLG's got that sniper rifle yet again. The sniper has been in the hands of Quadrant more often, and they have a 4-kill lead. Perhaps that's one of the big reasons. They're now 6 away from taking this game. Make it 5.
5 kills required then. 2 down for Quadrant. They're all in and around tip. It's the time we need to find the ice. You give Space Station a sniff, and they will take this win from you. They're already closing that gap within 3 now. Legend's gonna fall. Chick's in big trouble of being his latest victim.
Oh, Chick.
That's a massive 1v1 win.
I mean, for all I've said about Penguin winning those engagements, how huge is that for Chick? If he had gone down, it was very worrying, but Bound could be his next victim. 48 to 44, 2 more required for Quadrant.
2 kills is all it's going to take to tie up the series. Legend in a fight, and he checks out Stellar early. Over on Hotel. Trade's not going to be good enough here. Can Ego survive? He's trying to run away. SLG is falling elsewhere, but Legend gets the final kill. The series stands 1-1.
So Quadrant's undefeated record on Slayer Solitude continues, and SSG's woes on Slayer in general also keeps going here in Fort Worth. And with that being said, with how this series is going, and with how Slayers have been such a trouble for SSG, you fear now that they cannot allow this to go all the way to a Game 5. But with 2 objectives now coming up, this is where SSG always shine. But for Quadrant, they kept that very competitive throughout the entire game, but then were just able to break away once we got to around that 35 kill mark. They had the sniper a little bit more often, a couple of body shots were able to give them that extra player advantage. And one thing Quadrant did a lot better today that maybe they struggled a little bit when they took that loss yesterday was ensuring kills got traded out. Look at the kill feed, and Legend would go down, but then SLG would get the responsive kill. Seeker would go down, and then suddenly Chick was there to get that final damage. It's what Space Station do very well. It's what Space Station communicate all the time together to make sure that damage is finally finished off. But Quadrant, they matched them there and actually excelled in some of the areas.
Quadrant's an incredible team because we never really know what we're going to get on any given day. They're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You clean sweep Optic on Friday, you get clean swept by Shopify Rebellion on Saturday. But they're here to play today against Space Station Gaming.
I mean, you could say the same about SSG. We saw them lose to LVT in pools. We saw them come second in their pool. But then suddenly they go and absolutely dominate the next day. It is so difficult to try and judge a team based off of a pool play performance, because on Saturday they look different. Then on Championship Sunday is usually when teams come to life. This is where champions are made. Now SSG are the reigning champions from Salt Lake City, and they would love to go back to back, and it would be heartbreak if they were to lose to a team like Quadrant, who have only ever reached 3rd as their best ever placement.
Game 3 kicked off. Nothing to separate the two as it stands. Deadlock in the series score, 1-1. SLG was down to no shields for a moment, looking to try and get a trade. Bound ensures that will not be a possibility. Uh-oh. That man's got that sniper rifle once more. Overshield about to pop.
Oddball Life has been far better at mapping mode for Space Station across the year than it has Quadrant. And it doesn't really surprise me when you know how good Space Station are at executing breaks of setups. I think that's what makes SSG so good in any of these maps and modes. Setting up, a lot of teams are very good at, but SSG are one of the best at actually being able to puncture those setups and destroy them quickly, not allow the opposition to get any time. And Stellar again with that sniper rifle, always putting on a show.
Ball dropped.
Stellar's out here causing whiplash again. They have ball in hands. They had all of the sandbox goodies for a moment. Overshield, Heatwave, and Sniper Rifle were all in Space Station's control. Overshield's gone down, as has the Heatwave bottom middle. Oh my! Stellar rattles the brain of Seeka. Sends him to the respawn screen. Chick backs away, sacrificing a few more seconds of ball time here, and Stellar with eyes trained on cuts. And that's exactly where the push is coming from.
That's the difference maker. That sniper shot was everything for SSG. Quadrant, they pushed, they got 2 kills. Had Stellar not hit that shot, Quadrant probably break the setup, would at least be able to force a play ball, but instead now it's, what, 10 more, 15 more seconds going in favor of the yellow and black. Quadrant just need to be careful that they don't allow Space Station to get too far ahead in these rounds, because otherwise they might just find themselves getting into a position where Space Station just keep them at arm's length for the entire game.
Penguin puts the ball in the touch. Reset, down bottom middle. SLG desperately trying to survive against the overshield player whilst also outputting some damage. Seek is on hand to make sure they get the trade. But it's 37 seconds to 1. SLG put his hands on ball, but it's not for long. It's bound. Shuts them down. 3 dead for Quadrant. And 2 for SSG. Legend evens the odds and evens the score here.
Uses that shroud screen just to keep himself alive.
Enemy has the ball.
Such a great bit of equipment to be added to the game. We were wondering how much it was going to change the meta. Often it's used to give you coverage for the overshield, but it can just keep you alive at times to block that little bit of vision. Make sure there's no red reticle as well, so you're not easily peppered from a distance. Legend still living here, by the way, as 4, make it 3, sorry, are dead for Space Station. They're spawning over towards green.
Killing spree. Pin it on Legend.
Great nade.
Lovely denial of the space. Put those 2 down on Big Door and back. Space Station up. Gets a kill. Turns towards Rat Tunnel. As he scurries away and his team move the ball and rotate. The call has come. Stellar will eventually put Legend away. Chicks between a rock and a hard place. SLG on hand to get a double kill. Ball still belongs in the hands of Seeka, but Bound's trying to change that now.
It's something that perhaps goes a little bit unnoticed at times, but it's making sure you're grabbing those new grenades. It's making sure you are getting the repulsor when it's available, because it can be the difference maker in not just an individual engagement, but as you say, taking space at times when you're being pushed in Big Door, getting a grenade down so that you can ensure they cannot push you and they have to go elsewhere. As Quadrant are right back into this game now. 37-32, sniper rifle for Chick. We've seen this one before.
SLG will fall on sandbags. Chick patiently waits, or rather impatiently, for the overshield. Legend's there to provide support. Overshield's popped up, but Chick will stick his head out a little bit too soon and will receive damage, and quite a lot of it to be exact. Overshield popped to the chest of Space Station as Bound whisks that one away.
And sometimes the best equipment to help you can also be your biggest enemy. The shroud screen went down as Seeka gets a double and he's trying to look for more.
Oh!
The triple was just a little bit too much for him. But they were still able to pick up the pieces and keep this competitive over towards the overshield side.
Enemy has the ball.
Ball in hands of SSG once more.
Enemy has the ball.
Moving the ball somewhat towards House, but Stellar has to drop it. Slays have gone against them. Repulsor being used once more. Bottom middle, SLG. A couple more uses. That last use, in fact, is going to put him top middle and straight into the crosshairs of Stellar.
Ball dropped.
And after that scurry, after that skirmish, SSG have hands on ball once more.
Quadrant outslaying Space Station at the moment, but still down in that objective, which is very apparent and very obvious that Space Station are more focused at the moment on getting those setups and getting that ball time when it's available to them. Quadrant perhaps guilty of looking for that perfect setup and haven't been able to find it just yet. Penguin gets the play ball, and that's big. Again, you need that from your players. You need oh, he doesn't get the play, excuse me. Doesn't quite go off. The curve of the edge just holds that ball on, and that could be a huge difference changer here. A lifeline for Quadrant to get some crazy amount of ball time, because now they force the spawns over towards A. Overshield's coming up in 15 as well, so Space Station need to make a decision. Do we try and break the setup, or do we go for an Overshield setup?
Legend has Shroud screen. Overshield in 4 as he eagerly awaits it. Ball's been played, but again, Bound is there to sneak this one away. Smoke screen goes down, but again, it's only to hinder himself. As Bound's got his second successive Overshield, but again, he's been absolutely lit up.
Enemy has the
1
ball.
minute and counting down, and Penguins got the ball again.
Ball dropped.
Quadrant did really
Enemy has the ball.
give up their setup to try and get an overshield. It didn't really work out for them. Two have gone down on the side of Space Station though, so Quadrant should be able to at least try and force a play, but this is Penguin at his best. One of the best objective players that we've had in the HCS for sure. Knows exactly when he needs to move that ball towards his teammates, and because Stella hit that sniper shot, it's now allowed SSG to set up over towards tower once
Enemy
more.
team nearing victory.
Penguin like a mother hen, keeping his eggs safe.
Ball dropped.
SLG
Enemy has the ball.
drops bottom middle edge. Face to face with the plasma pistol. Slaves have gone their favor. 3 dead. Bound has the heat wave though. Very quickly changed things. Double kill for him. Ball in the hands of Sika. Stellar's got a green spawn and a repulsor to play with. Gonna be face to face with SLG.
Enemy
Does
has
enough
the
damage
ball.
but receives quite a bit too. Has to have a look on Big Door.
Yeah, notice how quick Stella was off spawn because he knew there was 2 players that had gone down. He knew that Quadrant did not have any sort of setup, so he had to engage quickly to force them to get rid of that ball, to stop that time from being gobbled up. But it's great play from Quadrant to keep this one very tight over towards Obi's side, but Penguin doing damage yet again. 3 go down for Quadrant, 30 seconds left in this round, and it's a 16-second lead.
SSG have the ball right where they need it. On scoreboard. As they bring it back house. Penguin here just trying to get information. 2 go down. Quadrant forced to overextend. They have no choice here. 3 dead for the boys in green. Bound will close out round 1.
Legend last remaining player, but cannot even get close to the ball. As Space Station show how good they are at those setups. They were outslayed, but it did not matter. Because once they had that ball in any sort of control at tower, house, didn't matter where they were moving and grooving. And it was the sniper rifle shots again, just forcing Quadrant back every single time they pushed. So sniper control maybe needs to be more of a focus for Quadrant here.
Heatwave scooped up. Stellar continues to scavenge. Moves top middle. You know what he's looking for. He's like a magpie drawn to a shiny thing. Chick on cuts. Gets evaporated with dust particles. 3 dead. Sika trying to survive. Trying to be an influence. Bound has another overshield. 3 without reply.
When you have to give Quadrant credit for how close this has been, considering how many overshields and how many snipes Space Station have got. But that can be the difference maker at this level of Halo, is just that little bit of sandbox control. Heatwave as well, so often has been with Space Station. Look at what Bound did in the previous round, the big double kill he was able to get in a 1 versus 2. Just to make sure that no ball time was going to be easily gathered by Quadrant. Back tower, he's going to confidently take a fight because he has that extra shield as well, as Space Station are still scoring here.
Quadrant all stuck towards green. Legend's gone down, as has Sika. Beautiful movement from Bound. Changing his trajectory, his elevation. Always making himself such a difficult kill. And here comes the cavalry to help him back tower. Snipe shots being rattled off. But the kills have gone in Quadrant's favor. But again, Bound drops down from top tower. But he's gone into the drink. Splish splash, he's taking a bath.
It's important you don't allow Bound to get the doubles there that he was able to in the previous round. Don't allow him to be that individually skilled monster that can make that difference. Sometimes you've got to face him with 3 players. You've got to know what you're going up against and respect the damage output that is on the opposition team. 2 are dead yet again. Could be 3 with Stella being the next to fall.
Enemy has the ball.
Overshield's coming up in 5. Can Quadrant finally get held of one? Penguin caught out of position, and it should be Quadrant's. Finally, the Shroud is going to help them this time. Sika puts it in, but he's got to make sure he doesn't get backsmacked.
Sika chasing shadows. He was paranoid and with good reason. Stellar and Eco will have to watch Penguin and Bound do some work without them for a moment. Bound's been successful in getting 1. Spawns over towards tower for his teammates then.
Enemy has the ball.
Sika, the 1v1 with Eco.
Enemy has the ball. Ball
Big brain
dropped.
wins.
Classic overshield overconfidence as well, I think, from Sika there. He had a little bit of shield, so he was wanting to march forward and fight into the engagement. Because he took that extra little bit of damage, it then opened up the chance for Space Station to take him down and then advance and push onto this ball. A
Enemy
good
has the
setup for
ball.
Quadrant. They get 35 on the board, but they're unable to get that ball over towards green and play it. So now Space Station will get a chance to get a proper setup going. New snipe up in 5.
Enemy
If Quadrant allow this one to slip through their fingers again, Space Station might be able to get an ideal setup, and then
halfway
could go
to
from
victory.
bad for worse.
Ball dropped.
You spoke about
Enemy has ball.
outslayed. Quadrant of 72. Space Station have 70 kills, but they already have a round in the bank and have a significant lead here of 30 seconds. Ball's been played.
Incoming.
Reset to bottom middle. Eco scope train on the pillar door. Nothing doing though. Instead, he's been hassled and pressed over towards the overshield side. And now, as he looks to go towards bottom middle, face to face with Legend, puts him away. Killing spree for Eco, the captain, leading by example.
I mean, only one was down there, and Penguin already was thinking about that ball because he trusted that Eco would do some damage over towards pillars, and Eco still alive with this sniper rifle. Much to the begrudging anger from the Quadrant side because they just can't get rid of him. Every time they walk around a corner, they're getting bodied, and it's going to be another overshield now going for Space Station. So, another up by 30. Oh, if Seeker had got that, that could have been huge for Quadrant. But Bound just able to do his best Matrix impression, dodges it.
Goes straight into a brawl. Bar fight. Gets 2.
Still alive.
Eco still has 4 bullets in the magazine to play with.
Enemy has the ball.
Ball heads towards house. Eco confidently tries to take this fight to land the body. Will send himself elsewhere, but it's only to the death screen.
3 go down for Space Station. Stella quite rightly just pushes that ball out towards scoreboard. I think one thing that Space Station have done better than Quadrant in this map is just keeping that ball away from their opposition, putting it into those really dangerous areas where if you want to get hold of it, you have to get probably all 4 dead, otherwise that final player can just bank a nade off the wall and shut you down. And then it gives the players who are spawning that chance to have a 3 versus 3 rather than be a 3 versus 4.
Incoming.
Ball reset once more.
Enemy has the ball. Ball
75 to 35 on the scoreboard. 1:50 to play. Double kill for Penguin, but Legends got ball over towards tower. You requested they prioritize the tower setup. They've got somewhat of one here.
They have, but again, it was the last remaining player getting a double kill, and it's what's happened so many times to Quadrant. They've not been able to get the ideal setup, and oh, that bullet could have won the round, I think, for Space Station, but now they've got to try and break green. Seeker gets the opener, SLG will follow. Eco will at least get a somewhat of a trade, but now he's forced and pinned back into Big Door 2. Penguin maybe uses this as a distraction, but what a bait that was. SLG just being a sneaky little Frenchman hiding around the corner.
Classic Frenchman antics. Smoke screen will not be used this time. Overshield's going to be grabbed the old-fashioned way. No, it's not. He's fallen. He's dropped it. And again, Bound gets the overshield.
It's the second time Quadrant have had a setup and sent one player over towards the OV. But at least this time they didn't commit too much. But it is going to be a break of setup as Bound now with sniper rifle and overshield. Probably doesn't want to be running with the ball. Double kill for him as well. Turns, wants to make it more, but just look at how good Bound is. He's got everything on the mind. Not is he only thinking about his teammates and where they're positioned and where that ball needs to go, but also can I help them with the sniper damage? Can I keep continuing to move this ball?
He's a Harlem Globetrotter, spinning the ball on one finger, hitting shots with the other. They have a slender lead. The clock dwindles down. SLG down to no shields. Chick down to no shields. So important to hit those shots just to relieve pressure on your teammates. Legend goes down. All 4 go down. This could very well be the end. Seeker down to no shields. SLG washed away. Final moments belong to SSG.
Sniper rifle control was absolutely everything for Space Station there. You can see the difference it made. Just the body shots. It forced Quadrant back. It made them retreat from any push that they had. And it was a valiant effort from the French roster in Oddball Live Fire. But there's a reason why we've seen SSG have so much success on that map and mode. They just know how to get the business done, and it's just that extra little bit of sharpness, especially with the sniper rifle, especially with the control of the overshield. It just elevates them ever so slightly above this Quadrant roster on that map.
Score reads 2-0 Oddball Live Fire. But I tell you, those 2 teams were separated by 3 kills. But it speaks to the objective efficiency. It speaks to one man. Penguin always has eyes on that ball.
Well, we move over to Capture the Flag, which has been a very interesting map and mode for Space Station. They've not had as much success of flag captures as the likes of Quadrant. I've always attested to Quadrant being an amazing team at getting that flag out, and once it's out, getting it home with a 41.5% success rate of flag caps for the Quadrant team. I've even, unfortunately, had to go up against the likes of SLG and Legend in matchmaking and seen just how quickly they can move flags. But on Argyle, it's very different. It's not like your Aquarius where you can get that flag from A to B in a matter of moments. You need to have planning, you need to be efficient, you need to have setups. The biggest thing for Quadrant here is that there are 2 sniper rifles. It's not about sniper control and timing it and making sure you're winning that engagement. Instead, you will get given a sniper of your own consistently throughout that game. It's instead about hitting those shots and making the moment count.
Head-to-head, Stellar v Legend. Kills per game 20. Just almost 21 for Stellar, and for Legend 23. Both so important to their teams, both superstars in their own right. And for Legend, widely regarded as the best player in Europe. And Quadrant have the whole continent's hopes on their back as the rest of their team, the rest of Europe has fallen elsewhere. Taking a look at defending on Argyle CTF, Dan.
Yeah, this is where Space Station do excel, is making sure they keep that flag at home. And if it is taken, very likely they will make sure they return it. A 76.9% return rate. Still not a bad one for Quadrant as well. But we are seeing that Quadrant are just a little bit more efficient at getting the flag out and getting it home. But with Space Station being more efficient at defending it and returning it themselves, this could create for a very interesting CTF match. And if you are Space Station, if you're a Space Station fan, you don't want this to go to a Game 5. We've seen what's been happening for Slayers. We've seen how Game 5s have gone for SSG so far. You want this done in Game 4. Argyle CTF is often a chess game. It can be played slow, but we have 2 very fast-paced teams. They're going to be getting that grapple. They're going to be getting those snipers. They're going to be getting in each other's faces. I'm just wondering, is anyone even going to be able to grab a flag with some of those stats that we saw?
Well, the form Stellar was in Salt Lake City, particularly on this map, some of the shots he was hitting were criminal. I'm excited to see how he puts it to use here in Game 4. And on the other side, will it be Chick who has hands on? Or have they trusted it in the hands of somebody else? But Stellar looking to get aggressive straight away.
I am always intrigued when I watch a sniper player as which angles they take, whether they first position themselves, because it's all about being unpredictable and trying to out-snipe the opposition and trying to out-angle them almost, surprise them, getting into position where you can catch them off guard a little bit. Stellar's yet to be able to find anyone right now, and he's seeing action go down, he's seeing kills being found by teammates, but he's just having a little look around. He has finally found the opposition sniper, and it's SLG, who's been entrusted with a sniper rifle on the Quadrant side. And we have
That's
seen what
something
SLG can do on
wicked.
this map. He knows what angles to be taking. But Stellar at the moment is doing some good damage, getting those body shots, which is allowing SSG to slowly push their way
Yeah,
up this map.
slow
But
spaghetti.
SLG just sends them right back home.
What a year
Yeah.
SLG has had. The best of his career. So much of Halo 5. He was the second and third best player, best team in Europe. He's finally found the fit with these boys, and they're absolute monsters.
He's had his time to shine, but if they want to be considered a top 4 team, they need to beat someone else other than Optic Gaming. It's been a great rivalry with the Green Wall, but now Optic, they're still in the winner's bracket. It's other sites that Quadrant have to set their eyes on. And Space Station, a very difficult task, of course, the reigning champions from SLC. But Argyle CTF has been a good mapping mode for Quadrant. They're 7-2 across this year at the moment. So they know how to get the job done here, but Space Station just, they can punish you. Any little mistake you make, and now look at this. Quadrant, they're forced into the back flag, and the flood comes in.
SSG encroach on the base. Legend dips away. Picked up the sniper rifle, but not for long. Penguin knew exactly where he was going, headed them off the pass. Jake will get a 1 onto Stellar.
King of the
SLG
hill.
will trade it out as well. That means the early pressure at SSG will amount to nothing.
First one whiffs, second one does as well, and then SLG gets caught with his pants down a little bit. Stood right out on the balcony, and then it means he'll just have to rescue that sniper rifle when he spawns. Argyle is a very difficult...
Hill incoming.
one, take the hill. Step 2, don't die. Got it.
Hill ready.
Tangle's closing in.
Another one down.
Enemy team took the hill. Hill control.
Don't forget to use it, Spartan.
Enemy team took the hill.
Spartan down.
Nope. Against who? None of them can see that nigga
Hill
Gojo.
control.
Quantum translocator incoming. Shelter down. Quantum translocator just dropped.
Your team about to score. Your team scored. Hill incoming.
Taking cover.
Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
Better them than us.
Enemy about to score.
S7 sniper available.
Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill. Hill control.
Translocator inbound.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Hill control.
Translocator's up for grabs.
Double kill. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team took the hill.
Enemy Spartans are...
Enemy team took the hill. Your team about to score. Enemy team took the
One shot on Hill, hurry.
Hill control. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Double kill. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
Power items on the way. Power items have arrived.
Your team about to score. Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Another one down. Enemy team took the hill.
Shields are down.
Hill control. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score. Hill control.
They're close.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready.
Translocator available. Vamos.
Hill control.
Enemy Spartans are down.
Enemy team took the hill. Double kill. Hill control.
Hell of a job, Spartan.
I mean, somebody standing on zone. Yeah, there you go.
Enemy team took the hill.
S7 sniper available.
Hill control. Enemy team took the hill.
Oh, better them than us.
Your team about to score. Another one down. Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
Shields down. Translocators up for grabs.
took the hill.
The problem is I'm not gold 3. Like, they keep trying me like I'm gold 3.
My shield's popped.
Hill controlled.
Stay inside.
Took the hill. Hill controlled. Enemy team took the hill. Hill controlled. Enemy team took the hill.
Power items incoming.
Nearing victory. Enemy team took the hill.
Ammo reserves depleting. Power items available.
Hill controlled.
Woohoo! Woohoo! And I got the most hill time minutes. What's up? What's up? I just missed, baby. Why? Oh, you saw the stream? Yeah, you saw me go crazy right at the end? On Twitch or on YouTube? Oh, baby, I have good news. I went to the car to get my sneakers, the white ones. I'm not going to wear them or anything. I just wanted to take them out of the car. And guess what I found when I was in the car? You want me to charge it? They're going to show up on your Find My Devices now. Huh?
We will be resetting this game.
What an absolute mammoth game we just witnessed on Argyle. Between two teams who are giants at defending their flag.
What we just
But I
witnessed.
will say, it was very much Quadrant on the back foot, throughout the majority of that game. They did try. There were some times where Quadrant were able to push up and try and take a flag of their own. But I think it was frustration for SSG. They really tried everything to get into that base. But it was closed, it was locked off, it was barricaded. Everything you could possibly put in front of that flag was there for Quadrant.
What a game. And we get to do it again, Dan. We get to run this one back. Neither team able to put together enough sustained pressure to get a flag capture here. Both teams ultimately cancelling one another out. Plays were made, but they just weren't enough. Snipe shots were hit. They were connecting all the while.
Oddball.
But just a testament to how good these two teams are.
Quadrant got outslayed 104 to 90.
Round 1. Ball incoming.
Grab the skull and hold on. Tight.
We have the ball.
What I should have went to go do también was I should have took the quilt across the street. How much is the cheapest one? Like $4?
Better them than us.
Nice shot.
Ball dropped.
Everyone's gonna want a piece of that.
Halfway to victory. Ball dropped.
Enemy shield down.
We have the ball. Nearing victory. Ball dropped.
Lost possession.
What? That was a headshot.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Passed out, carrier down.
We have the ball. Round 1. Ball incoming.
This is almost over. Let him have it.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
An ally has slain the carrier.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball. We have the ball.
Down there.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped.
Allied carrier down.
Enemy has the ball.
Two of them on ball.
Cross their shield. Enemy is below us.
Ball dropped.
Hostile carrier down.
We have the ball.
Lost a teammate.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Hostile carrier down.
Nearing victory.
Spartan down.
Enemy has the ball.
Active camo inbound.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Hostile carrier down.
We have the ball.
Active camo available.
Victory.
Two decisive wins.
PlayStation Gaming and what they were able to do in the double overtime. Tony, how did you feel about how they handled that overtime? Obviously winning the second one here. What did you make of their starting strategy, time, anything you can pick up on?
And it was just beautiful Halo. By the time they got into their offensive position, they would pull that flag. There was no hesitation with just rotating back and make sure that every overextender was being addressed and nobody was able to leak through their defense. And that's what SSG do best. You know, they watch every avenue, they're communicating with each other, and they make sure that every hole is filled. And sadly, Quadrant, they couldn't stop that flag from going in.
We're gazing across the stats from that series right now, and obviously Space Station Gaming, it's screaming a positive KD across the board, apart from Eco, which is honestly just sneakily under that. Doesn't matter at all when you get the result that you need, and Eco doing exactly what he needs to do. We saw some crazy things from Eco at the end of that final map, and Quadrant looking pretty good too, but on the back foot, like we can see in the results of this series. Quadrant, I wanted to ask you a question about Argyle, because we're seeing this actually occur a lot here. We're seeing a struggle of capping flags often from a lot of our really good teams. And that seems to come in from the spawns and kind of the run through of the snipe elbow and not being able to cap a flag when you have it at the base or pull a flag away. it can be very, very difficult in terms of timing. What is the best way to execute that when you are on the back foot? You have pushed into the base, but they keep respawning the worst spots.
Yeah, Argyle's one of those maps where you traditionally want to pull a flag as you're getting the kills. And once you're not able to do that, once you get a round of slays and then you try pulling the flag, if respawners have already come up,
Strongholds.
All right, we in here.
Let's cap those zones, Spartan.
Your team scoring.
Woo! We captured the zone. This was a terrible idea.
What? Ooh, Space Station Gaming is going to the finale.
The enemies captured Charlie.
Enemy team.
Are they going to beat FaZe Clan though?
Stronghold Bravo is ours.
Shields are down.
Your team scoring.
Quantum translocator incoming. Stronghold Charlie lost. Captured Alpha. Stronghold Alpha lost.
Shields are down.
Stronghold Charlie is ours.
Enemy is below us.
Stronghold Charlie lost. Stronghold Alpha lost.
Enemy team scoring.
That's 7 sniper.
Fucking die, bastard.
Stronghold Bravo lost. That's 7 sniper available. We captured Alpha.
Pop their shield.
Stronghold Alpha lost.
Enemy team scoring.
We captured Charlie. Translocator on.
Ah! Fuck. You gotta watch to see what made me yell. look how cute.
Stronghold Alpha is ours.
Enemy team scoring.
Woo! We captured the zone. This was a terrible idea. Power items inbound. We've captured Alpha. Power items have arrived.
So they just found the formula?
Stronghold Charlie is ours. Great frag, Spartan! We've captured Bravo.
Your team scoring.
Stronghold Bravo lost.
Enemy team scoring. Lost the lead. Enemy halfway to victory.
The enemy has captured Alpha. Stronghold Bravo is ours.
Your team scoring.
Stronghold Bravo lost.
Team scoring.
Stronghold Charlie lost. Taking cover.
Enemy Spartans are closing in. Stay mobile.
Translocator's up for grabs. The enemy has captured Alpha. We captured Charlie.
Your team.
Good job on B.
Stronghold Alpha is out.
Gained the lead.
S7 Sniper inbound. Stronghold Alpha lost. S7 Sniper available. Better than us.
Bad job on B.
Enemy team scoring. Lost the lead.
just dropped. Stronghold Alpha lost.
Your team scoring.
The enemy has captured Bravo.
Fuck! Good job. Oh no, oh no.
Stronghold Alpha lost.
Enemy team scored.
We've captured Charlie.
Your team scoring.
And in your head, and not that head. What's left of it?
Great kill.
The enemy has captured Alpha.
Enemy is below us.
Come on, A! Damn! Good shit, movie.
The enemy has captured Bravo.
Your team scoring.
Power items available. Stronghold Charlie lost. The enemy has captured Alpha. Stronghold Charlie is ours.
Keep it up. Another one down.
Stronghold Charlie lost.
Enemy team scored. Enemy team nearing victory. Taking cover.
We've captured Charlie.
Defeat.
20 captures. Good shit. Okay, Ken. What?
strong start for Optic. They were favored there in that oddball game, and they showed why. Native Red now are going to have to steal away one of those Slayers, which they're even less favored compared to game number 1. So Native Red, they have the work cut out for them.
Yeah, and also, too, you can clearly tell throughout that series, Native Red's strategy, get that ball, try and bring it around the map, not really trying to get comfortable setups. Well, they couldn't get comfortable setups.
There was no comfort there.
Punishing them.
Yeah, Optic were
They
punishing
outslayed
Blood.
them a lot.
It just felt like in every single situation with the oddball, it felt like Native Red could have optimized a little better. It felt like they could have held back a little bit more, gone for some slays, let Optic make the pushes. Felt like they didn't need to force rotations. Felt like they didn't need to make the play balls as early as they did. It felt like kind of every single scenario getting just outmaneuvered from the boys at Optic.
Yeah, very well done by Optic Gaming. They identified what their win condition was going to be. Strong setup, objective efficiency that we have been praising all weekend long from a lot of the teams here at Fort Worth, but Optic did that in spades. And also, too, it helps out when Trippy and Lucid are just pounding Dave. They were ripping faces all over the place, and there really wasn't much
Look at
else.
that. I did not see how we got those rocks.
Look at the
before.
ball.
I was like,
All right.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Perfect.
I see him! The enemy carrier! Our team took the enemy flag. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. Glad I'm in your head and not that head. What's left of it.
Spartans down. Echo's closing in.
Enemy flag returned.
An ally took their flag.
Enemy flag returned. Enemy captured your flag.
Our team took the enemy flag. Power items incoming. Power items on the field.
Baby, I didn't eat the food from McDonald's earlier, right? But the hash brown out of the air fryer was crazy. I'm just saying, shit was good as fuck. Still. No, I'm saying shit was good as fuck. Still.
Spartan down.
Oh, I thought it was Aline.
Enemy shields down.
Spartans inbound.
Closing in. Enemy shield. Keep your head down.
On side, in the same spot.
Flag returned.
Take our flag. Flag carrier spotted.
Now that you parked outside, Subu.
Flag returned. Flag captured.
Good job, guys.
Glad I'm in your head and not that head. Flag. Not good.
Let's go!
Enemy flag carrier revealed. I see him! The enemy carrier! The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Enemy flag returned.
What?
I see him! The enemy carrier!
Enemy captured your flag.
You got popped out there and stopped me from doing anything.
5 minutes remaining.
Take cover. Enemy shields down.
An ally took their flag. Enemy flag carrier spotted.
Great kill.
Flag returned.
Spartan down. They're close.
Enemy flag returned.
Power items on the way. Stay mobile. Enemy flag. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. I see him! The enemy carrier!
Enemy flag returned. Flag returned. turn.
An ally took their flag.
Ah, let's go! Some fucking crazy battle rifle action. Let's go.
They've taken our flag. The enemy carrier has redeemed themselves. Get it home, Spartan! Power weapons incoming. You've been spotted.
Good run, good run.
Spartan down.
Oh, another one came. Canes! Get in this, Kane! Oh!
Enemy captured your flag. Defeat.
Damn. We didn't need you to be AFK at that moment.
This Optic this version of Optic, that this team was going to be in this position. I guess if you're a die-hard fan, but outside of that, the stats were not looking good for them.
Let's be real, even at this tournament, looking at pool play, they lost to Quadrant.
Yeah.
They almost lost to G1 in pool play. But once it got to bracket play, they really stepped it up to a whole nother level and are priming themselves for a potential tournament victory here. But like we said before, you can never count out a squad like Native Red. CTF Aquarius is going to be a strong mode for them. They can get a foothold back in this game, get some momentum in their favor, and they also have a Strongholds live fire to back it up for game number 4. So Native Red definitely not out just yet. However, series heavily favored for Optic right now since they took that game number 1.
For Native Red, they're just going to have to take this one map at a time. Don't worry about what happened in the past. Recharge Slayer did not go your way. Optic have been frying on that mode, so there's really just no shame in holding an L on that one, because a lot of other teams here in Fort Worth did the same thing. So this is it. Native Red, a chance for them to go to the grand finals here in Fort Worth. Young players on that stage, but so much experience at this point that it's hard to, analyze them in that capacity, because they have been cooking as of late. And with Suppress on the lineup, they've only just continued to find more and more success as that player has gelled with that lineup.
Yeah, Suppress has been playing out of his mind so far this tournament, doing a great job filling in on this roster. We did talk about how Native Red won this game mode last time 2-0. The other part we didn't cover just yet is that they only had 2 flagpoles. So they have been completely effective every single time they're pulling the flag. They're doing it at the right times and capping that flag. But you almost have to wonder, are they not giving themselves enough opportunities? We will find out here in a moment when we get CTF Aquarius started.
Yeah, and also too, you had mentioned about what did Optic learn. If there's a squad we know that goes to the lab and studies and learns from
Want me to bring you?
Beat him to a pulp, Spartan. Glad I'm in your head and not that head. What's left of it. It's a long-range weapon.
We love when we get kicked out of games. Our favorite. The internet off, Boff? No? Kicked out real quick.
The action slows down. Players trying to find some kind of intel. I think Trippy had tried to make that play happen, but there is going to be an attempted pull. Soul Snipe as well. He's trying to support as much as he can here so they can get this flag right through. And he does. Manny manages to break through, and Soul Snipe still stays alive. That's going to be 3 down, Walsh. This is looking like a flag cap here for Native Red.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to stop this one, Buzz. Lucid, MVP in the back of the flag. He gets the kill on Soul Snipe.
2 down.
He gets the pull. And the double. Lucid staying alive on the Native Red flag. He's gonna try to get this recovery soon, and he's sitting on it. Suppress, the last one alive. They know the spawn's over at Fridge, and that is gut-wrenching for Native Red. They thought a almost guaranteed flag going in turns into a counter cap.
This man is a menace. Lucid is alive. Lucid is a problem. 2-0 for Optic Gaming. How the turntables here, man, for Native Red. You would think that they actually would have been in this position, but no, instead it's Optic learning from the mistakes of the past, really just continuing to punish these fights here. Native Red keep taking these individual battles, and it is not working, Dave.
Yeah, and I can't fault Native Red for the last one. I felt like they did everything right. They brought back Soul Snipe to help escort it.
They did everything
it
right
just
besides
felt
kill
like
Lucid.
yeah, they did kill Lucid, but it's just more of a misexecution error versus a decision error.
Good help there as well. Lucid on the pickup, APG on the move. It's going to open the floodgates here for Formal to get inside of the Native Red base. You see those spawns coming in from the fridges. This is a great hold, good damage being done. He's just putting as much shots forward as he can, really just to slow them down, because they're going to have to wait for those shields to recharge, which continues to just put more pressure on Native Red to have to make plays happen, but they're waiting so long.
Yeah, and Optic afford luxury now to play defense like they have the majority of this series. They're going to allow Native Red to try to force pushes just like that. Suppressed, flanking on through, getting into the Optic Gaming flag. Does this pay off? We'll find out, but you see how these aggressive plays from Native Red, they're kind of doing these disjointed flanks and pushes to try to force some action.
Yeah, and in some instances, it's working because you have Talik still alive inside of the mid, and he does have some support over toward Util. So Manu now looking to see if he can make this play happen. It's going to be up to Talik, though, to push inside of the back of the base. He's also got some support, too. Great jump up as well. They know exactly where that mark is going to be located and where the spawns are going to be coming from to boot. But they have to clear this out here, Native Red, and they're losing a few of the numbers that they started things off with. Credit to APG, though, for keeping himself alive, and that push is dead in the water.
All four down, but nobody to grab the flag. Suppressed, uncertain where these spawns are, trying to scope them out. Knows that the spawns must be on the flag or util and cannot push in by himself. Gonna stop staggering these spawns. I like this slowdown for just a moment.
And well, also too, they really didn't have much in the way of choice, Dave, because that was 3 players in the Optic base, and even with that, credit broke his ankles there, but credit where credit is due. These guys from Optic, their defensive holds have been spectacular thus far, and they have not really allowed Native Red to get a kind of comfortable foothold inside of the Optic base.
Yeah, it was APG just staying alive at the back of that flag so long that allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
APG just knowing that once a player makes it that far across the map, the likelihood of them having grenades without having to try to flush someone out of a corner or bank them up the flag ramp earlier is unlikely. So just waits back there and forces somebody to round the corner in order to finish them off with a BR rather than just getting a free nade kill.
Pulling that attention, being just a pain to have to deal with. That's what it's all about, and 2 players are able to do that as well as some of the veterans that are on Optic Gaming. Now look at Lucid there. He was trying to go for the same play that he went for before. Up the steps to try and apply pressure to Native Red, force him in the back of the base here. And it is kind of sort of working to an extent because Native Red really have been able to comfortably get out of their base and get into some of these fights.
Yeah, but we're now seeing them hold up some upper positions. You see Soul Snipe holding over towards Car 3. This could play off well. There's so many other times when they've been pushing the base that they've been sitting courtyard as a supporting fire.
Going low.
When they have someone up high, laying down shots, they have those additional angles. They get more suppression fire rather than being down low.
Good use of
this is
bait
great
out the
position.
nade. Yeah,
2
this
down.
is it.
Soul Snipe has so much shield, and he has teammates flying in with them. That's going to be 3 down. His teammates going to be able to run this flag towards Util.
Yeah, well, Formal's actually going to be out and about there. You can see Lucid off the spawn, too. Some shots coming in from Trippy. Someone's going to have to be there to handle that. And this is a similar situation what happened before. They got that flagpole, and then it just died as soon as they got around to their base. And that also speaks to Optic, right? They knew this was not going to be a winning fight for them, so they overextended, went for that flag, put it down, and just continued to just tell Native Red, hey, you think this is comfortable? Nah, not happening.
Yeah, and Optic able to take their time on this stop. It looks like
he's continuing it, though.
Native Red's still going to be able to move this one across the map, but Optic Gaming not forced to panic and do a 1 push do or die scenario. Because they knew that flag was slowed, they knew that they could take a safer route. They could push at their own leisure across the map. But we got ourselves a game, Golden Boy. First flag going in for Native Red.
And that's what we wanted to see, some life from this roster. Because they're looking to punch a ticket to the grand finals just like their opponents. But as it stands right now, Optic Gaming with the lead. They've put in a lot of work to get that flag cap. They're going to try and go for another one yet again.
And Talik continually down over at these courtyards. Sometimes it's been paying off. Other times feels like he's not in a high enough position to help his teammates. Too many players down low here for Native Red. They're getting funneled in towards Bob Cern. Great thrust there from Talik. Gives away his position as he touches that for a moment. But Formal, the last one alive. He's the only one alive on the map, so he is going to be safe to run this all the way across.
They
Gets
gotta
it all
stop
the way
it.
towards the fridge ramp, but taken out.
They have to stop this. Flag's going to be out. Lucid got the target on his back here. Beautiful shot. Going Super Saiyan on that one. Well played from him. Does he manage to stay alive there? Talik, good try, my friend, but that's going to be another stop, and that's going to be 3. And Optic Gaming continue on. What a run that they're going on here, Dave.
Lucid playing that so smart. Many people feel once you get the flag back towards your base, you should go back and turtle in and escort it in.
What
No,
you want?
need to take up more ground. Lucid went over towards Car's side, went towards Util's
I
side.
don't know, baby.
Takes
I'm
up
trying
more
to get you
ground
to
and
tell
gives
me.
his team
I'm not
more
hungry.
angles to focus in and protect their base.
Just how absurd is it that one guy is creating
Nothing to be
that
sorry
much
about. Just
space
tell me and I'll bring
for
it.
Optic Gaming just by his presence alone. I can't speak highly enough of Lucid, because even though he's not currently top of the leaderboard in his team currently, that doesn't matter. What matters is that he's getting these really effective plays done, whether it's applying damage to their opponents or picking off 1 or 2 key kills or maybe even a flank on the other side. They have been doing a lot of things right, and Lucid has been the tip of the spear.
Yeah, let's be real. If Lucid didn't make that play earlier on the flag, we'd be talking about a tied game at the moment.
Yeah.
1 more flag for Native and 1 fewer flags for Optic.
They managed to clear the threats that were hanging around on the outsides of their base, but they know that there's still going to be 1 more in here. So they'll go ahead and handle that one. The question is, though, are they a bit too turtled inside of here? You got a few members of Optic that are going to be weak, but they have been able to hold this position before. They found success with it in this very position from APG earlier on, but they're actually going to get that shield back and then push forward.
Yeah, they all revert back and turtle, and then once the call's been made that they have enough shield, they all push out. Look at that. They take their time, allow Native to fall into a trap, and if they don't, they make the push that they want to make, and they have the firepower they need. And just, again, not even focused on charging towards top pink or charging too far across the map. They know the pressure's coming their way. Native Red only have 1.5 minutes to capture 2 flags just to tie this up.
They're going to have to pull off something huge here, Native Red, if they want to get back into this series. And so far, it has been very difficult for them to even step outside of the base, especially when a flagpole just happened there. Trippy using the Quantum Translocator to get to the other side of the map, still stays alive there, and they're kind of just moving around, making mincemeat of Native Red here.
Trippy teleported back. He's got a flank over on the flag. Get some help from Formal, and Formal's going to continue this run. They aren't content with just a 2-flag lead. Optic are going for blood.
They get that kill. Now they're going to continue to flag push forward here, but you got a few players from Native Red that are putting some targets onto the flag, Dave.
I like this play. Optic slows it down. The only way they're going to really lose this game is if they overcommit to this flag and allow a counter cap. They got to be cautious. They cannot force this in, and Manny gets the counter pull. It's going to be a slay game right here.
Yeah, they have no other choice. Suppress is going to be coming up on the rear. Got Soul Snipe over in the distance there, but I think that they feel comfortable enough. That's why he's going to be making this move happen here. Now, needs to get this return. It's right in front. He's got a teammate there to pick it up, and that's going to be number 4. No one there to stop it. And Optic, 1 more flag, but they might need it. They don't even need it because he got 15 seconds remaining, and that game is basically cooked. Optic Gaming look absolutely dominant on their path to the grand finals. Try as you might, Native Red. One hell of an attempt, but Optic Gaming are cooking here in Fort Worth.
What a domination from Optic Gaming, 3-0. Even times where Native Red had control, Optic finding opportunities to break out of those lockdowns.
And the outslaying from Optic, 84-66. And that was off the backs of some heroics that we were seeing from Lucid, from Formal, from APG as well. Everyone in Optic did the job, but the job's not done quite yet. 1 more step, but they have found themselves in a grand finals and an opportunity here to really silence any doubters in that what's going on with Optic. Can they bring it back? Their pool play was a little rough, but only thing that matters is winning on Championship Sunday, and that's exactly what Optic is on the path to do.
Looking at those kills across the board, so much damage though from Lucid. 7,300, 1,500 more from the highest player over on Native.
Unbelievable. A 3-0 sweep for Optic Gaming. And when you look at that scoreline, that was just pure domination from the Green Wall.
Yeah, all those games were Optic controlled. It wasn't like they were just stolen out. It felt like every step of the way Optic was in front. They were doing everything correct. They were able to break the sets. They were able to score defense, let Native Red fall into so many traps. You guys played it beautifully.
Yeah, that was immaculate Halo. Exactly what you want to see from Optic Gaming. But that's going to do it for us here today. We thank you so much for letting us entertain you for a little while. For now, we're going to send it over to the man himself, Clay, standing by with APG.
Golden Boy and Walshy, thank you for the fantastic cast all weekend. Fort Worth, give it up for Optic Gaming as they move on to the grand finals yet again. Man, Now, APG, it's another 3-0 victory, and so far it's been 12-2 for y'all on the maps here in bracket play. Talk to me about how did y'all get this done against Native Red, and what was the hardest thing about locking this victory in today?
I think just in general, we're just playing extremely good Halo. I think that we're just playing as a team. You know, it's just our cohesiveness, our communication, everything is just perfect.
There you go. You got to lock it in. Now, today I gave your teammate Formal a tag for main Slayer, okay? And I feel like when it comes down to y'all play styles, y'all opposites, but y'all work so well together. Talk to me how it is playing with him and how y'all work so well together.
Dude, I love playing with Matt. That's twin right there. That's twin, bro. He's fucking nasty, bro. He's been going off this weekend. He's been going crazy. I'm extremely proud of him. Extremely proud of all of us. So we just gotta keep going. He's been doing his thing.
There you go. Keep going, okay? Now, for me, you know, sometimes I feel like you get a lot of unnecessary criticism. But, you know, here so far throughout the weekend, do you feel like you've silenced that, or you still got some more work to do?
I mean, I think that with all like critics, I think that shit was silenced last year. I mean, if you want to talk shit now, you're just talking shit for just trying to
just to
get
talk.
under my skin. Yeah, like it doesn't. That shit doesn't matter. It's like nowadays it's about us. Like the people talking don't mean shit. Like all that stuff doesn't matter. It's all about just what we need to do and just building our legacy.
Pulling up like professionals to get that dub, okay? One more series to go. What you want to let these Green Wall fans know all around the world to support y'all going to these grand finals?
We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you to our family, friends, Optic, everybody. We're going to get the job done. Knock on wood.
Hey, they say they're going to get it done. Knock on wood everywhere. That's going to do it for us on the stage. Lot, break it down.
Thank you so much, Blaze. Optic said, Texas, we're going to do it for you this time. They're in the grand finals. Last time in Arlington, it wasn't the finish they wanted, but in front of their home crowd, who I'm pretty sure are here right now.